Did Courtney Love murder Kurt Cobain? Let's throw on our little Hershey Kiss hats and get a little crazy with this one. I love me a conspiracy theory. I have never been one to actually think that Kurt Cobain took his own life. I, for the longest time, have thought, actually, weirdly enough, I thought that Courtney Love and Dave Grohl teamed up together and took him out. And the reason I thought Dave Grohl was, how do you go from Nirvana's drummer to like this huge mega star only after the fact that he is gone? And that's just me. I'm not saying that's a real theory. But Courtney Love, however, that might be the real story. And she's a crazy bitch. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'm the only one that thinks she was involved. Like, I'm pretty sure I was going on Twitter and I was, a lot of people had their own little theories. And oh boy, and apparently there's some people out there that have been investigating and going and looking into some stuff. And surprisingly, no one's really talking about this. So I thought, yeah, screw it. I'll do it. Little old me, I'll just do it myself. So here we go. So I got the Daily Mail pulled up. Exclusive. Kurt Cobain's death was homicide. Shocking new forensic investigation. Questions suicide ruling. Don't we all? Don't we all? Let's go on down. Let's go on down. Right about here. Independent researcher Michelle Wilkins, who worked with the team, told the Daily Mail that after just 3 days looking into the evidence with fresh eyes, Burnett said, "This is a homicide. We've got to do something about this." She said the conclusion followed an exhaustive review of the autopsy findings, which revealed signs inconsistent with an instantaneous gunshot death. Interesting. The peer-reviewed paper presented 10 points of evidence suggesting Cobain was confronted by one or more assailants who forced a heroin overdose to incapacitate him before one of them shot him in the head, placed the gun in his arms, and left behind a forged suicide note. There are things in this autopsy that go, well, wait, this person didn't die very quickly of a gunshot blast, Wilkins said, pointing to organ damage associated with oxygen deprivation. The narcosis of the brain and liver happens in an overdose. It doesn't happen in shotgun death. So we all know what happened. We all know. There's so many people just been saying this for years. She did it. I mean, come on. There's no way. And this is where it gets real deep and real heavy, because if we go back only 6 years, this lady is in a little black book that happens to be tied to one of the most, let's say, influential people of the last, I'm going to say 30 years at this point. And he also didn't kill himself, Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. I believe, and I think a lot of other people think this too, is that Kurt Cobain caught her trafficking. And she was either working for Jeffrey or P. Diddy at the time, because, times kind of are lining up here, weirdly enough. And, ain't no party like a P. Diddy party. So I have a feeling he caught her and was going to expose it. And we all know that Hollywood and the music industry, they have a tendency for trafficking and doing weird things with people that are under a certain age, let's just say. And yeah, so this has opened up so many more questions than answers, because there were a few other lead singers that just so happened to unalive themselves. There were a lot of theories around these guys, but we all just kind of shoved it under the rug and just went, they were probably just sad, depressed. This is what happens when you become famous. But this is 2026 we're talking about, guys. This is the best year that has ever happened, ever. Because every conspiracy theory has come true so far. And I am willing to bet that their conspiracy theories are true. And I'm talking about Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell. I mean, they died within a year of each other and both took their own lives. The theory around it is they didn't, and they were about to blow the doors open for trafficking because they knew some things. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm going to go with maybe. Because when I was in LA and I was trying to be an actor. Oh, surprise. Here I am and trying to do this now. Whoa. But I digress. When I was in LA, I was on set with these two guys and they were telling me about how they had to go and meet their sugar daddy. And they were high up executives in Hollywood. And I'm like, "Huh, how old are you guys?" And they're like, "We're 18." And I'm like, "Okay, how long you been doing this for?" And they, without even hesitating, just said, "Oh, the past 3 years." And I went, "Oh. Oh, this is real. This is real. This happens. They do this." Like, these two kids had been groomed into doing horrible things with older male adults at the spa. Yeah. So that was my literally my first day on set in Hollywood. I was like, all those things I've ever heard are true. Eyes Wide Shut, I'm pretty sure is a documentary, not a film. And I think he also died afterwards and he wanted more stuff released in that movie, but they wouldn't let him put it. Hmm. Hmm. The rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper, doesn't it? And so, yeah, so I was just like, man, this is crazy. And now we have these two who most likely didn't take their own lives. And weirdly enough, I love Linkin Park. This is a little tangent on this, but I love Linkin Park, but their new stuff I just cannot stand. And part of it is because of the girl, the new lead singer. I think she sucks. But the more you look into her, it's kind of weird because she is a Scientologist. And she defended someone who I'm pretty sure you can look it up. I don't know how accurate I am on this information, but I'm pretty sure he got convicted of rape. And he was also a Scientologist. And she defended him. And now she's the lead singer of Linkin Park. I don't know anymore, guys, but Linkin Park might be compromised. At least the lead singer with some stuff, because we should not trust Scientologists at all. But man, this world, it's literally 2026 and all of this stuff is coming out. It's been almost 30 years since this happened and finally we're getting to the bottom of it. And we've all known this whole time. So I mean, it's all true. The music industry, the Hollywood, they just traffic. They're creeps and pedos. And we just keep giving them money. And I don't know why. It's insane. It literally is. And maybe Kurt Cobain was going to open the door. Because why would someone who is on the rise to be the biggest band, most famous group to ever exist, and he takes his own life? It doesn't make sense. It only makes sense if he somehow stumbled upon something that was so bad that he couldn't do it. He couldn't just keep his mouth shut. And the girl he was with was involved. And she's the one who got to live and he didn't. I'm just saying, I don't know, but that's my theory. Something doesn't add up here. But will anything come from this? I don't know. I'm just saying, she's in a little black book with Jeffrey Epstein. Why? Why is she in that book? And why now are they finally seeing that maybe, just maybe, he didn't take his own life? But I'm just a man with a tinfoil hat on. So that's all I got.